Mic check. Mic test 2. Mic test 3. All right. Well, that's about as good as it's going to get. So start asking me smart people stuff. All right, guys, we're waiting on you. I'm only half of the content here. You got to ask smart people stuff. What's up with my chair? It's a reclining chair, which I uncomfortably lean forward so that I don't hear complaints from all of the nice viewers about how stupid it looks to lay back relaxed in a reclining chair. Yeah, it does look stupid, but it feels good. Hard fork and NYA is basically a tragedy of the commons. So some companies got together doing what they thought would be best for Bitcoin and getting it some more scale because they somewhat wrongly think that we need bigger linear scaling large blocks instead of hyper 1000x scaling lightning blocks off network stuff. So you're never going to be able to get the scale that you need to serve the world or most use cases that need low latency with security using a blockchain ever. Okay. To use a blockchain, you need to send your transaction to the network, wait for everyone to see it, check the rules, roll it in a block. Everyone else waits 1 or 2 confirmations if you're an exchange, up to 6, and then they feel confident to actually finalize the transaction, right? That's a lot of lag. That's more lag than any trusted network would need, and Lightning solves all that. So Lightning gives you almost all of the security of Bitcoin, much more than a low hash rate altcoin would, and it's instant. So if you want instant and the network never has to see it, it's the same. It's like contracts, right? Most contracts don't go to court because most contracts work out fine. They only go to court when there's a problem, and transactions on the Bitcoin network should be the same way. Most transactions never see the network because they never need an arbitrager, an arbitror, whatever the fancy word is for judge, to decide the outcome of a contract gone wrong. So if you're transacting with a party using an open channel on Lightning, you never need to talk to the blockchain slowly and expensively. So it's pretty neat. So Lightning and other tier 2 things will give you 1,000-fold capacity, 1,000,000-fold capacity, whereas increasing block size only gives you linear, and the amount of increase that we need to reach the whole world will never be linear. There's just too many humans. So Lightning beats the living crap out of bigger blocks. Any smart network beats the living crap out of bigger blocks. One of the biggest problems in Bitcoin that we have right now is centralization and mining. And, it's not just that they control mining. Now they control enough money and are buying enough shill followers that they're able to control other parts of our checks and balance consensus network. And it's a huge problem because at some point, if there's just one miner, well, that's PayPal, right? At some point, if all the miners are on the same pool, it's PayPal. And if all the miners aren't on the same pool, then they get screwed over by orphans and end up having to spy mine, and then they're effectively in the same pool. So big blocks are bad, and they're never going to get you where you need to go anyway. Maybe we could have survived 2, 4, 8, maybe 8 meg block would be survivable, but why take the risk? Why don't we not take the risk now and then just scale the right way that's 1,000 million times better, right? So that's my opinion on large block versus small block. Lightning is 1,000 times better, many, many, many times faster than any amount of stupid larger blocks. And by the way, at some point, the value of unlimited free storage is infinite. So there has to be a fee. I mean, if you can write a movie worth of data to the Bitcoin blockchain and then have it stored across 1,000 nodes all over the world, well, you run out of hard drives, right? I mean, I'll just put a loop and I'll just keep writing the same movie over and over again, an uncompressible one. And what are you going to do? You're going to have a full blockchain, right? So there has to be fees. I'd prefer they be low. And there's nothing that's going to be lower than a transaction that never needs a block because it's in Lightning. Waiting on questions from you guys. Ripple Alibaba rumors. I think Ripple's a bank shill coin. That was a central thing to start with. Everybody that bought into banks, there's no use case separate from it. So until someone convinces me that there's a teapot floating around in space, I consider it a bank-owned, non-peer-to-peer, non-user, controlled open source project like Bitcoin. I'm not even using 4K, I don't think. Well, I know I'm not. I'm just on 1080. I just have a good camera now. I was on 4K, but I stopped it to have less lag. I think it saves me like 30 seconds of lag, which is a lot. No, I'm not into nootropics. I believe the same reason I don't like larger blocks is the same reason I don't think you should be trying to edit your mind. What if it goes wrong? What if you tried to get 10% more mind power and it didn't work and you were too stupid to notice it didn't work? Like it doesn't work. If, the stuff that people use that appears to work is like Adderall and coffee, and maybe some people are on modafinil, but the last guy I met on modafinil was shaking a lot, which didn't really inspire confidence as far as I'm concerned. SegWit's great. It stops transaction malleability. It lets people use Lightning. It's pretty much awesome. I mean, Bram Cohen, who's kind of a big blocker, already integrated Lightning into his testnet for his like open shopping cart darknet platform thing. Open Bazaar, that's what it's called. What do I believe the outcome of the Bcash fork will be? Well, it was already successful, right? If you dumped your coins, you got anywhere from 5 to 20% free money. If you didn't dump your coins, maybe you got even more. I'm not looking at the price anymore. I'm tired of watching the price. I don't care anymore. I mean, I lightly care, but it was consuming my life. You can't build cool things when you have your eyes glued to a stupid graph with which the data you'll never use anyway. So if you're just going to stare at a graph and never do anything anyway, you truly are wasting your time. And you might as well be reading tea leaves, because any old holder could dump and drive the price down. Any big bank could come on and drive the price up. You can't predict either of those things. So what do you really know? You know that Bitcoin's not that useful now, and it's going to be a lot more useful later. So seems like a buy to me. First mover advantage, largest liquidity, best developers, on down the list. Best uptime, not having multi-sig hacks, at least not in wallet. You have to get your email hacked and be stupid to lose your half of a multi-sig to have problems with it, which did happen to some people, because even if you divide someone's power, you just have to screw up twice as many people to screw up a 2 of 2 multi-sig, right? Let me scroll up here. Dana Krasowitz is like madly wrong with almost every single thing that he says. The only intelligent thing I've heard him say so far is fair competition's good. Yep, fair competition's good. He seems to have a problem understanding what fair is. Tomorrow I'll chat him and we'll see how that goes. What if the proof of work algorithm has changed? Well, we'll be trading out the crappy miners we have now for new and different crappy miners, pretty much. I mean, it changes some of the attack vectors, makes botnets more useful, might steal hashing power from other projects that are on the same proof of work, depending on what hardware you're using, whether it's like a scrypt or the many other X11, blah, 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 different algorithms that are out there. You could even use a memory hard one like birthday collision stuff. Fasting for mind power. Well, sure. Try it. It wouldn't be bad to be less fat anyway, right? I've never heard anyone say anything bad about a moderate level of fasting, so it's probably a good idea. I did it once, felt okay. Workstation specs, 55-inch OLED, Genelec 8351s, sub, Sony A7S, full frame, not a GM, but a 51.4, which basically specs out like a GM with maybe slightly edgier bokeh, but it's blurry as hell to me. I don't think you could get it much better. Sure, SM7B, doesn't pick up phone signal, has a vibration damper built into it, so I don't have to have a big screen. I built this myself. This is a Swarovski crystal microphone connector, XLR here. And if I wanted to, I could wire up this little white thing to shine red whenever I'm online, but it's too hard. It's too hard for my computer to get a signal out when I'm live to trust this red thing, so I gave up on that. Reclining chair, massage, I don't know, man. I got everything. I live in an electronics store basically, so if you can buy it, I have it. And then I've overclocked everything to the max. What else here? 8K stream sucks. Actually, the 8K stream does suck. I've tried it. The video cards don't like it. Best coin after Bitcoin. Call me an asshole, but, until I have my own tokens, which I've been stupid looking at graphs instead of building them, I think Byteball is really cool. It's got a great UI UX. It works across platforms. It uses a technology without blocks. They're giving it for free to Bitcoin holders. It's got declarative smart contracts built into it, which allow you to build smart contracts but not get hacked so much, because you can understand their state very easily with true and false statements. You don't have these edge cases attacking you. Built into it, Byteball to Bitcoin and Bitcoin to Byteball exchange. All the interfaces use chat. Like, the thing's awesome. I've used other things that were supposed to be similar on the back end, like IOTA, Internet of Things, is also using distributed acrylic graph instead of normal blockchain. And it's garbage. You can't generate your own wallet. You literally need the help of another software to generate a wallet. It's the worst. It's crap. And yet that's in the top, 5 or 10 Bitcoins. Byteball's like 35. And it's apparently better in like every way. Definitely better in every way. I mean, I've used both, seen both. And yeah, I mean, if you want your free Byteball, go and just tie in your Bitcoin address, give them an address, sign a transaction showing that you own it, and they're going to give you free money. Pretty hard to be upset about free money. I mean, I think the last time I looked yesterday, it was like 8%. So anyway, yeah, other coins that are good. I don't know. Litecoin seems all right. Monero seems all right. Zcash, I hate. I don't like 20% pre-mined bullshit, but it's only 10%. No, it's 20% for the first 5 years. Okay. And you can't tell if they're inflating the coin because it uses a technology which doesn't let you know whether the coin's broken and just printing out free coins to somebody. You won't know. So not playing that game. But you know who will play that game? Roger Ver will play that game because he helped fund that crap, among lots of other crap. Bitrate, important, great. Well, I'm transmitting at like 30, so it should be real nice. As a matter of fact, it's probably hurting the latency too. I forgot to lower that. Scrolling down here. Why am I into Bitcoin? I don't know. Getting rich seems cool, so I guess that's a good enough reason. I'm reading the chat. Alibaba, Nootropics, altcoin, Ripple. Fuck Ripple. Somebody wants to message me a reason not fuck Ripple other than price. I haven't had a good experience with their public-facing personalities nor devs. Daniel Krasowitz, investors, not developers. No, That's stupid. Investors should be in charge of liquidity, and developers should be in charge of developing. It's like chefs should be in charge of cooking, and you should be in charge of choosing restaurants. You don't get to like tell the restaurant what to put on the menu or to have a really crappy menu, right? What happens if proof of work is changed? Answered that one. Answered the B, fork, cache, crap. How something can go from a genesis of an idea to custom build examples, then products, then into the S-curve. Dude, don't read an economics book to me. That's the stupidest question I've ever seen. Wergus2009, please God, just go read a book on business or economics. That you just asked me is not a good question. A bunch of altcoins. What future do you see for smart contract platforms? All smart contracts are basically garbage because they haven't solved the Oracle problem. If whatever you're doing has to talk to the outside world to figure out what's going on, that part that does the translation, the Oracle, will just be attacked and sybiled or attacked in ways that you could use smart contracts to guarantee the payoff of the attack, because the attack payoff is purely digital, but the attack itself may not be. So for the most part, if you solve oracles, you've done something that's probably worth more money than any cryptocurrency on its own. Good luck with that. Maybe some super advanced federation could play some role. Maybe. I mean, look, the NASDAQ showed all stocks at like $1.37 or something. There was some huge error where NASDAQ's oracle that it published to the outside world was entirely wrong. Imagine if your smart contract relied on that data. And that's supposed to be world-class data, right? Right. Battle station specs, did it. Debate versus Roger V. First thing I'm going to do is talk about what we agree on, which is a lot. Then I'm going to present his argument the best that I can from my position, using every emotional and oratorical method that I'm aware of to put his arguments in the best light, because I've got them all memorized. I've watched everything he's got to say, and I think I can sell his position even better than he can. So if I start the argument showing that I truly care and understand about his position and about what we agree on, maybe it goes better than most, stupid debates where no one learns anything. I'd be happy if he presented my opinion for me to start the debate, but since he doesn't subscribe to me or respond to anyone in his spam on Twitter, it's unlikely. Comp sci programming background. I learned Scheme at a young age, and then I didn't do much else. Where'd I come from? Mars. I'm from the future. Just kidding about that, in case you guys are anti-Martian. What coin do you think is as good as Bitcoin? Bitcoin is as good as Bitcoin. I could watch Richard for hours. Nice. Well, here's your chance. Why am I into Bitcoin? Did it? Hundreds of variants of coins. Yep. Market confusion? Nope, that's not the case. Most of those you'll just never notice. If the number of cryptos available right now went from 1,000 to 2,000, you wouldn't know the difference because you get tired of hitting page down. So don't worry about that. Bitrate matters. Cool. Pragmatic view of the world. Yep, that's me. Lightning Network centralizing. Well, I don't know. Maybe you'll have 10 nightly networks then and compete with each other. I don't think it's going to be a problem. If it ends up being a problem, it'll be a great problem to solve. It'll be much better than the crappy problem we have now. It's definitely progress. Boy, you guys really love altcoins, huh? Just keep asking these stupid altcoin questions. I guess they're not stupid. Take that back. Yes, Byteball did tank massively, and it might tank more because it turns out it doesn't matter how good your technology is when idiots are responsible for the liquidity. They'll buy anything. So, having the right tech, just not enough. And hey, maybe the Russian guy that started it all just is actually a hacker and steals everyone's money. That's a possibility too, right? I don't know why there isn't more giant thefts in the crypto space. It's like the whole world got a lot more honest until, I know why. All the scammers launched ICOs. Uh, what should you invest in other than Bitcoin? The S&P 500, Berkshire Hathaway, your personal battle station, some personal development courses. That should do the trick. A good bed and a good chair. Spend a lot of hours on those. And you guys might want to get your vision checked. A lot of people have bad vision. They just never realize it until they go and screw with it. And they're like, oh my God, I could have seen so much better. So go get your vision checked and make sure you don't have sleep apnea. A lot of people out there have breathing problems. So if you're always tired during the day, it might not be depression. It might be you're breathing funny when you're sleeping. Solution to decentralized miners out of China. Give away free electricity. Sounds not plausible. Commoditize the chips. I hear that's happening based on a conversation yesterday, the day before, with a man that works at Bitfury. They make chips. He said commoditization was coming, that there's really not going to be much difference between one chip and another technologically. That's good for distribution. No peacocking. Dude, what are you talking about? It's a very shiny, very colorful shirt. You just can't tell it. Besides the economic revolution regarding the BTC white paper, what other areas of society do you think need a massive overhaul? You all need to go into longevity tech. You all need to invest in your own survival. You all need to do things to save those that allowed you to be here, your parents and grandparents, and those that may come after you, your children, and yourself and your loved ones. It can be done. There are people that work on it. It is better than crypto. If you can save lives, it's better than crypto. If you can save your life, it's better than crypto. Now, I know before I scroll down anymore, someone's going to say, but I'm going to get rich and then I'm going to do that. Well, I tried that and I wasted 10 or 15 years of my life doing nothing, just traveling. Turns out that having money, it's more stress than it's worth, and it doesn't really bring you where you want to go in regards to progress unless you force it to. So if urgency isn't there, it's very unlikely that you're going to achieve great things. Opinion on Dash. It's federated. So if you like federated and I think pre-mined, go ahead. I'd rather have real security, better devs, not hack 10 guys and the whole thing breaks. I'm not into that. Screw the hack 10 guys and the whole thing breaks thing. Can't run a global economy on that. Doing my own live stream. Yeah, let me let you guys in a secret. This stuff sucks, right? I make everyone else smarter, and in return, I don't get anything, right? My other channel that actually tries to make the world a better place teaches you how to give apologies, teaches you how to get rich without crypto, full of good advice, even though I got tons of crypto traffic. None of you guys even bother to comment over there or suggest it to friends. So like the whole actual save the world thing that I was trying to do, this isn't helping that, right? So I'm not sure that giving away all of this great knowledge I've built up over a lifetime is worth my while, right? So maybe I wait and package it up as a nice thing like some people do, like a Tony Robbins, or if you like scams, a Ty Lopez. I'm not sure that this is that rewarding for me. We'll see. I've met some smart people here, but I would have probably met you guys without giving away all the best stuff I know anyway. Blake Anderson, good bed, good advice. I agree with that. You know what you guys should try? Giant body pillow. Like nerds that have giant body pillows with waifus on them, like Japanese characters, because they can't find real women. Those things feel great, dude. Giant body pillow feels awesome. And if you've already got one lady in the bed, you could put the giant body pillow on the back. It's like a menage a trois, but you only have got to buy one of them dinner. What other massive real world problems need an overhaul? Education, check my other YouTube channel. Motivation, check my YouTube channel. We need public healthcare we need public everything that we need and private everything. The world needs no more nuclear weapons. We need to make AI safer. User interface for crypto stuff is garbage. All of it. I I could and have listed tons and tons of things that need fixed. I would say education. I would say longevity is the most important thing, period, followed by education, hoping to shift people into that. And yeah. A lot of Bitcoiners are libertarians. Yep. I'm skeptical. Well, I'm kind of am libertarian for everywhere it works, right? Someplace it doesn't work. So I like liberty wherever it can be usefully used, right? It's just some places it doesn't work, like the military and some drug laws, right? There are some drugs that even though you should be allowed to take them, when all your neighbors are addicted to crack, you'll be like, you know what? I would give up my freedom to do crack to make it so that less of these guys did crack. And that's overall net win for everybody. So what is like locally good and honest and wholesome for you when executed across lots of stupid and unethical people is actually net loss. So you can't take what is locally good for you and then just say, now this is good for everybody, because it's not, which is one of the main problems libertarians have, is that they can only think like locally and they just aren't socially aware enough to look a little bit wider. Exercise and eating healthy. Do as much of it as you can. I'm a fat fucker, so I've done the dieting thing. It's great. I'll do more of it. You're going to live longer. Your teeth are going to last longer. You're going to spend less time shopping. You're going to spend less time in the bathroom. You're going to get less hemorrhoids. You're going to, like, everything's going to be better. The less you eat, the longer you live, the better you look, the higher class mate you're going to get. Like, don't be fat. It's stupid. Good nootropic? Yeah, Adderall might be the only good nootropic. Like I said, you'd be better off just creating a good habit and working hard first thing in the morning, not blowing all your time on Twitter, building nothing. Just building a good habit beats all the nootropics in the world. So habit enforcement, breaking old habits, doing new ones and rewarding them over time till they stick, vastly better than any drug you'll ever stick in your body, unless you consider food and water and air drugs, which some idiots that I argue with on the internet probably would. No shortage of idiots to argue with. Longevity tech? Well, I mean, if you believe in SENS, there's only 7 reasons why we age. You've got junk in your cells, junk out. You've got mutations in your mitochondria, mutations in your nuclear DNA. You've got cross-linking, where things that used to be soft get hard. And you've got too many cells and too few. So your brain cells die off, and your bone marrow stuff dies off. And then too many cells is cancer, right? So if you go to sens.org, they've got a bunch of really good things there, plans to solve these. And one of them is called Senolytics, that gets rid of crap that shouldn't be in your cells. And it was a SENS idea, and now it's actually shown to be proven effective, and there's companies that are making money on it now. And that's just one of the SENS ideas that is being utilized in the real world now. So you've got Human Longevity Inc., Craig Venner, you've got SENS.org with Aubrey de Grey, you've got Calico from Google, and Peter Thiel's all over the space. So Peter Thiel is one of the few guys out there putting money into the ideas that I support. I support people not wasting their time in school and building the future. He has a fund, the Thiel Fellowship, that pays people to not go to college, gives them $100,000 so they can go build the future. That's amazing. He has funded, just yesterday, a young graduate lady with I think $4 million was her first round, and now I think they're on like a 22 or 25 million round for a longevity fund. I also want to launch a longevity fund where you get a subset of the biotech index that's likely to save you and not so much people you don't care about. But this crypto stuff basically absorbed all my time, so I haven't been able to finish the book or start the fund. Maybe I'll get lucky and find some way to get the longevity fund cryptoized. I would love to put more thought into that. If I have robot children, does that make it a digital duty? Digital duty sounds like you pooped in a video game. I don't know what that means. Will we ever live in a world without money? Sure, maybe. I mean, money is just a proxy for things that are scarce. And if you lived in a Star Trek world where replicators make anything you want, the one thing they can't make is copies of other people. So you probably will still have to have some form of money to represent the scarcity of other conscious entities that you would consider friends. So I guess we'll always have money. How long will it take for Bitcoin to get into S-curve? Oh, I don't really care. I just care about the bottom line right now, which is the beginning of an S-curve, right? Like, I don't care about the end of the S-curve. I care about the beginning. There's not much profit in guessing when the ride's over so far early into it. You can't even spend it anywhere. Like, come on, guys. We have a currency you can't spend anywhere. We're obviously not at the early adopter over phase. We're not there. All right. Byteball is a trap, says Blake. Might be. Could be. Yep. They're giving it away for free. Who gives a shit? Just put it on a virtual machine, and even if they hack you, it won't matter. Neo? I don't know. Chinese Ethereum? I don't care. I'm tired of caring. I'm going to launch my own tokens. If you want to go learn about Neo, go ahead. Blow your money. I don't care. If Richard is CIA, they would win wars. Thank you. I think they start more than they finish, but I appreciate the compliment. I think the Estonian government's pretty kick-ass in regards to their digitization stuff, which is probably the result of having a software developer as president, which is unheard of in this world that we live in. So why not? I mean, could work. The problem with a thing started by a government is that the next government that gets elected could screw it up, right? And so if a thing started by the government is controlled by the government, well, then the thing kind of sucks because it can get turned off by voting, right? And then if the thing started by the government can't be turned off, well, then there was no advantage for it to really be started by the government unless they did all the adoption, and then they can turn that back off again. So I'm kind of meh. Could be okay, but I don't see it. I don't see them starting something that they won't be able to control, and the fact that they will want to control it will make it worth 10 times less than it could be. I'm already rich, haven't worked in 10 years. Am I running out of money? Please, I need money, please. No, I don't want your money. Your money doesn't mean crap. You don't have enough of it for me to care. When I have a token to sell you, I'm going to tell you all about it, but we're not there yet. What am I looking at? My screen. I'm usually reclined, right? So when I sit forward, for your guys' pleasure, I have to stare up at my screen. Start a Reddit thread. Fuck Reddit. I don't like Reddit. Mostly idiots. How can 2x and bitch work together to sideline core? They can't. They suck. There's not even a them. What is that like? Is that like the French guy and Jeff Garzik? Is that the two devs that you're talking about? Like the Dead All Nicks guy is the French BCH jerk off and Jeff is the other jerk off? Like these are the two guys that we're going to have like outcompete the 100 people that have put 7 or 8 years into Bitcoin Core? Like, no. I mean, these guys weren't helping the main thing. So what makes you think they're going to be able to help their own thing with much less people to like fix their code for them? They needed to have done their own altcoins and earned the equity of their expertise and greatness through their own project. Riding the coattails of better developers is a scumbag move. And it's what they did. And it cost us miners. So we were weaker for some period of time. It's probably going to cost us miners again. These guys have harmed and done harm to the ecosystem. And I'm not exactly sure why everyone's being so nice to them. I mean, I'm not sure why I'm being so nice to them, but I guess I'm just following everyone else's lead. They're screwing with people's life savings. Probably shouldn't do that unless, you know, you're in a bunker. Let's see. Twitter troll game. Thank you. If I were dedicating myself full time, I would just hire a graphic artist and comedian to sit left and right of me. And boy, would we troll hard. But no money in it, so don't really care. You guys want giggles? Watch Joe Rogan. He's hilarious. Uploading short lectures? No, because people are stupid. I need to dumb the videos down and make animations and get them delivered by models and have music, and so the idiots can stare and get it absorbed into their brain more slowly. That being said, my production value did suck a little bit. No script, no see-through prompting, no movement, no music, bloodshot eyes, hungover, tight to the face, like not framed properly. Like the depth of field and background was good, the lighting was good, but there were a lot of errors that were made there. But if you just wake up and just talk to a camera, like it's not that bad. Yeah, Blake. Why aren't you on the World Crypto Network, Blake? I never see you on there. I don't know. When do I think that Light Network and side chains will be live and usable? Now. There's a wallet that you can download and use now. Do it. I would post the do it GIF, but this ain't Twitter. Lemmings on Mars. Don't know what that means. Hundreds of variants of coins. No one cares. No one's going to hear about them. How many software languages are there? Lots. You don't know anything about them. Like, it doesn't matter. There's a new one coming up all the time. No one cares. Will I make more YouTube content? Answered. Pragmatist. That's me. Linux distros best? I don't know. If you hate yourself, Mint, I guess. Like, I'm not a Linux guy. I'm not an expert on that. Will Elf ever find his way back to Melmac? Maybe, if he eats enough cats. You guys aren't old enough to get that joke. Considering 2 to 3 exahash was stolen over 3 days by one shitty dev on a Wix website, what is the best move for Bitcoin to prevent resistance from happening? Socially ostracize the dickheads that were in charge of it. One good thing. Dump their coin on site so that they wasted their time. Another good thing. I don't know. I could list 100 other shady things, but probably not ethical. A guy has to ride some alts to buy PTC cheap. You're going to lose money. If you trade crypto, you're going to lose money. You are not the first guy to know. You are going to lose. You're going to give your money to people who know more than you do. Don't do it. Do not trade crypto. If you really must, go find my affiliate link. It's in my Twitter somewhere. Good luck. Yes, we do butt heads a lot, Blake and I. He's hardcore libertarian. Explain all the charts on Fork Lol. No. If you don't understand them, it won't help to have them explained to you. Don't worry about it. Well, maybe. I don't know. If I run out of good questions here, maybe I will do that. Is BTC threatened by the fact that those with majority of the wealth in the world probably dislike the kind of people who hold Bitcoins? No. I mean, just because somebody might not want to use your thing doesn't mean that your thing's threatened, right? Like, I may not want to attend a vegetarian restaurant. Am I threatening the restaurant? No. So I don't think Bitcoin is threatened by that. The people who choose to use Bitcoins in those regimes might be. Not a threat to Bitcoin, threat to those people. Something that they should work on in their individual nations, because no one else can do it for them. They need to do it themselves. Thank you, G7 Jixer 1000. I guess you like motorcycles. Good bed, good advice. Why am I seeing the same questions again? You guys trolling me, or is my scroll wheel broken? The best nootropic is sleep. I like that. That's a good one. Don't drink. If you can not drink alcohol, it's better. More attacks in Bitcoin when miners get smaller rewards. You're going to get more attacks on Bitcoin the more people are aware of it and the more money there is to go around. None of that really revolves around smaller rewards. Smaller rewards would make there less attacks in Bitcoin, because it kind of would make the profitability of the network lower for the people that run it, my guess. But if you look, like 5 Bitcoins per block is, I think, the current profitability through fees anyway. So that's like 5 out of 12.5. It's pretty good. I think adoption will drive up the reward through fees faster than the halving every 4 years. So I'm not worried about anything regarding rewards declining, either from a block space perspective or a game theory pricing perspective. Post channel. I have no idea what that means. I like this dude. Thank you, Mr. Stacks. When else can you say to a complete video? That's not English, man. What else can you say to a complete video? I don't know. Oh, maybe you're saying that there's a lot of topics covered here and you've run out of questions. All right. That's assuming the best. It's probably not what you meant. What channel is the other channel? This is my channel. It just has there's like 20 videos here that not enough people watch and comment on, or whatever. Like, who knows? When is my book out? I don't know, man. I've handed out a lot of copies pre-published of the book. Haven't gotten any good feedback, so apparently it sucks. So I should work on it more, I guess. Greetings from Germany. Thank you, Ben. Quickly downloads entire video library. All right. What kinds of longevity tech do I think are promising? Well, I mean, Senolytics, obviously, getting rid of the junk. And then I guess the next thing that's going to be easiest, because so many people are working on it, are going to be the stem cell things. And those are kind of related to the CRISPR things. So CRISPR, rewriting stuff, stem cell stuff, those things the most number of people are working on, so they're the most advanced, and therefore should reach us the earliest. Bed chair vision. Thank you, Brian. Yeah. Get a good bed, good chair, fix your eyes. Believe it or not, you can do acoustical fixes too. Like if you put your ear to some of your power supplies, they whistle. Buy ones that don't, or, cover them with something not flammable. Having kids is a good way to live longer. So is changing people's minds by having a YouTube channel that inculcates ideas, good ones, into people. Genetics isn't the only way that you can influence the next generation. Good media and good messaging, good memeing, good sound bites also affect the next generation. And at a scale that you couldn't do with just sperm unless you were Genghis Khan. Hard to be that these days. Body pillow, says Blake. Body pillow. I like it. I don't know who Amanda B. Johnson is. Where to buy the chair? Well, if you're in America, go to relaxtheback.com, and if I had more time to care about your money, I'd send you a nice affiliate link, but I don't. Grew up skiing? No, I don't know crap about skiing. Having kids is a biological duty. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Unless your kids would have sucked. Then maybe not. Guaranteed minimal income. I like it. Yeah. For people that you can talk to. Probably can't do that for the world yet. Blankets? Yeah, but you got to get a heavy blanket, right? I was actually going to patent that idea. A very heavy heat transmissive blanket, so you get the cuddly feeling without dying from heat. It's like the opposite of down. And I think someone actually crowdfunded that. So I think it's filled with nylon pellets. I guess I missed the boat on the cuddly heat transmissive blanket. I could find some pellets that are still heavy that transmit heat better. Lead. It'll protect you from alien rays and surveillance and X-rays. You could use it at the dentist. It's pretty funny. It is lonely at the top. Yeah. Yeah. If you start cutting people out of your life that don't have utility, you're going to have a hiccup of emptiness. Yeah. Mayweather versus McGregor. Yeah. The guy that boxed his whole life should probably win that one over the guy that didn't. I think the odds will dictate the same. Mr. Do not look into Asian Indian medicine and Ayurveda. Don't. because if that shit worked, boy, India would be obviously all types of good, right? It's not. Frame rate is too low. Sorry. I mean, I could restart the stream, but I don't feel like it. I'll lower the bit rate next time. Why don't you lower it on your end, dude? Like, you don't have to just accept whatever's being pushed to you here. You can lower it with the gearbox, right? Is Germany fucked and Sweden? Probably. Yeah. Depends. Butter coffee. Nah. No thanks. Am I duct taped to the chair and drugged? Yes. Thank you. Modafinil? I wouldn't screw with it. I've never seen anyone have a good time with it. Microdosing shrooms and acid? Wouldn't screw with it. Richard needs help. I do need help. Send me your money and send me every other good thing you can send me. I'll take it. If that, makes you feel better. You are going to end the line that was your ancestry by putting off the duty, fixing massive macro problems. Blake's pro kids. I would like it if smart, good people had more kids. I like it. Someone says a chemical I can't pronounce is a good nootropic. Don't screw with what's already working, dude. You probably have terrible habits. Go fix your habits, right? Don't worry about chemicals. Fix your habits. Your habits will be around longer than the chemical. Chemicals aren't always there. And if they are always there, you become immune to them to some degree. What do I think of John McAfee? He acts and speaks very similarly to the guy that said winning a lot that has AIDS. Charlie? No. Charlie Sheen. Yeah. So Charlie Sheen, John McAfee, and maybe one or two other guys. Actually, a crackhead I used to know. They all have a very crackheadish way of looking at life. It's a very broad, outrageous, specific worldview that I have seen often in crackheads that I've known. And I've known crackheads. So it's fun. It's hilarious. They're great to hang out with. They're exciting. They're adventurous. They have, low inhibition. But they also are more likely to have missing teeth and weird bumps and bloody spots on them and money problems and live in cars. So he has the fun, excellent, crazy, don't trust it, he'll jack you style about him. Go outside and go for a walk. Sounds good. Thoughts on current culture war? Go watch my YouTube video on social justice warriors. There are 2 of them. You're awesome, man. Thank you for all the knowledge. Thank you, sir. Go make the world a better place so I can enjoy it. Altruism in a greedy way. It's so hard for some of us to stick to good habits. Yep. People go to the gym, have better discipline. Yep. Water addict. Yep. No shortage of idiots. Don't play games. Somebody said they're playing a game. Don't do that if you can avoid it. Find a better game. Troll on Twitter. It's better. It's better than video games. I see those around me like friends and their kids as my own family, so happy to help them and put an end to my personal lineage. Why not both? Why not treat them great and bust some nuts and have some kids of your own too? They're not mutually exclusive. As a matter of fact, you might meet a cool partner doing that first thing you mentioned. It's hard to do habit formation. Yep. Read a book. Daniel Acevedo. Thank you for the compliment. He said, I know everything. That's cool. I don't, but I like the way it sounds. Can anyone think of a way that Bcash can mitigate the miners bouncing back and forth? Sure, hard fork. I mean, stop having an emergency down target. Or re-hard fork it when you need it. I mean, there's a lot of, I won't say there's a lot of solutions, but I'd be happy to see that coin fail, right? Go start from scratch without a pre-mine, right? Like, why did Satoshi get another 1 million free coins? Why did Roger Ver get whatever coins he got. Well, I know he actually earned his because he like created that crap, right? So he actually did earn those. Well, kind of. He earned them more than most other people. How do you keep this so civil? I don't know. I guess the stupid people don't like hearing a head talk to them over the interweb. Go paleo. Maybe. You can't really go paleo, right? The stuff Paleolithic people actually ate is extinct because we bred things to taste so much better. So the nuts that we have today are not very similar to the nuts that they had then. So you can kind of try to go paleo, but you're not really eating the same stuff. I do not know Nikola Tesla's 369 theory. It was probably dumb and wrong. Just because you're good at electricity, don't mean you're good at everything. Oxidative stress, yeah. So what? It's a thing. Breathing, it's a thing. Peter Thiel's gene line is not going to live on. You don't know that. Dude's probably paid like 40 chicks to carry his kids, and he just hasn't told anyone. Don't underestimate Peter Thiel. If I disagree with Peter Thiel on anything, I'm unaware of it. That guy seems to be on point. Don't want to get into any type of argument with Peter Thiel. He is probably very right, and you're probably very wrong. Paid to freeze my head at Alcor. All right. You could have spent that now. I don't know. It seems okay. I don't know. I haven't done it. I don't want to do it. I'm okay with losing the game. I'm just not okay with not trying not to lose. Yeah. Correct number of knots there. Look towards Europe for deep tech. US is all hype. Lol. Every European person worth a shit that can do anything moves to America as fast as they possibly can. So that ain't anywhere near accurate. Regeneration of telomere cell division. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, the problem with it is that you get more cancer, which is the reason the telomeres exist in the first place. Is a hard limit to limit the number of cancers you get. So most cancers activate telomerase, which stops them from apoptosizing and dying, right? So sure, I mean, look, this is the SENS Foundation's way of getting you to, one of the ways to get you to live forever is called something, I can't remember. But anyway, the point is that they get rid of all the telomeres. They get rid of telomerase in your whole body. They get rid of all of it. And then all of your cells basically run out of telomeres and die. But then you re-inject every so often. And then by re-injecting externally, the cancers can't run away anymore. You need to read about it. I'm not an expert on it. Pop out 5 kids and learn crypto and start the fund. Yep. Or in close proximity in time, the other way. I could also start the fund and then pop out 5 kids. I won't be doing the popping, I hope. Describe my most amazing experience on DMT. I don't do DMT. I don't do shrooms. I don't do drugs. Life is interesting enough without that extra crap. Have you ever tried to like work while drunk? It's crap. You know, like why would I want something even worse than that? Like reality is exciting enough. I don't need to like have a fake reality. Longevity ICO, would love to. Like, I want to save my own life. Yes, desperately. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom to see if we have anything new here. Keto diet, politics, refugees. Yeah, if you look up the jobs that the refugees get, they don't ever get jobs, ever. So they're not doing the jobs that the next generation don't want. They're not doing any jobs. Late majority start using Bitcoin. Will they have to user-activated hard fork to create more coins? You never need more coins. They're divisible by 100 or 200 million, each single one of them. You'll never need new coins. And if you did, fork, whatever. Assuming that you can ever reach consensus to do that. Maybe there'll be so many alts it won't matter. Actually, Lightning makes it not matter too. I mean, the Lightning Network on itself should make it so that you never, like, you don't need much to transact. So that's in effect, perhaps some form of inflation. It definitely increases velocity. In a fully adopted currency, more velocity means lower value of the token. Bitcoin's not fully adopted, therefore these types of economic rules don't apply to it, though people try to force them on there. I have no idea what the Venus project is. Mr. Boaz Kohlenbrenner, feel free to tell me. Yeah. If you like diversity, then you can't make everything gray goo. If you like diversity and you want there to be different languages and such, which I don't really, I want everyone to speak English, but a lot of people out there love the idea of everyone speaking different languages. Well, then you can't mix everything together. There needs to be borders. There needs to be, collectivism, or you're not going to have as much diversity anymore, right? For the same reason we don't have those paleo vegetables we were talking about earlier. So the people that tell me diversity is strength and then do everything they can to get rid of diversity through unity is internally inconsistent. The stream is awesome. Can't go to sleep. Good. I like that. Would I rather smoke crack or be an SJW? Why not both? Once saw a video that talked about a virtually unknown virus that's been laying dormant in 98%. No, god damn it. There's no virus laying dormant in your computer that somebody has access to above and beyond what the AMD and Intel MEI something management interface can already give them access to. So you're kind of already owned by, if you want to be not owned, okay, then you need to go to new.org, GNU, and get their recommended computer, which is an old refurbished IBM that has a chip without remote upgrades and management and secure enclave crap. It's not really crap, but if this is your threat model of government actors or chip manufacturers hacking you personally, then that is actually crap. So you can get this old laptop. It's got old chip in it, old RAM, all open source firmware, all open source everything. And that's as hack free as you'll get as long as it never leaves your site. Because if it ever leaves your site, if you ever go to sleep, well, then the evil hackers can get you again, right? So most people vastly overestimate the amount of hacking threat that advanced persistent actors are going to use against them. I mean, if no one's just beating your ass or hiding cameras in your house anyway, why would they do the harder thing of all this other advanced technical stuff? Why wouldn't they just do the easy thing and kick your ass and put cameras all over the place? Doesn't that seem a lot easier? Scrolling. I see a lot of civil wars coming up in a lot of European countries. Probably not. Like technology should, if technology works out well, we won't have those problems. If technology doesn't work out well, or like the robots take all the jobs and then, we have robot like policemen, then this could look more like Terminator 2. It's a low probability outcome, I think. We'll fight that problem when we get there. Would I promote global one woman, one child? No, you idiot. Why would you do that? The land is empty. The oceans are empty. The skies are empty. The planets are empty. Go fill them up. Until you see people walking around having chicken fights because you got one guy stacked on top of you all day long, don't tell me about undercrowding. We need more crowding. People are crowding on purpose because the stuff's better. Food's better. Mating's better. They're not crowding because they have to, right? Almost always. Planned Bitcoin videos. Sure. But look at it from my perspective. I'm sitting here talking about how good Bitcoin is. It goes up and down whether what I do works or not because the system's too big. I can't personally influence it. Shill as I may and say all of the wonderful things about Bitcoin, no one with money is listening or gives a shit. So I'm wasting my time. I'll go help my friend with a token that has a real project which can actually help the world. And whatever good work I do there, I'll make millions of dollars. So do I want to help Bitcoin for free and make little impact? Or do I want to help my buddy and get rich and have large impact? It's kind of a no-brainer. The only reason I'm doing this interview right now is because I'm practicing to make sure that the system works for my live stream with Roger. I'm not even sure why I'm doing that. It's just, I hold so many Bitcoin that I would prefer that it work well, but it's not an effective use of my time. I would be much better off doing almost anything. This is a cost, not a benefit to me. Richard Hard is looking for smart people questions. Yes. I like this James Bond. He's always saying smart things in the chat. Potential risk during the initial SegWit activation. I don't think so. Greetings from Amsterdam. Thank you, sir. I think IOTA is a centralized piece of crap, and it's not really distributed. So, and the whole distributed acrylic graph tech isn't actually proven because it hasn't been around long enough. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. You shouldn't trust your life savings to something that maybe doesn't work. And the price is too fucking high. And it doesn't trade on most exchanges. I don't like it. Am I part of Mensa? Yeah, but it sucks. So don't do it unless you suck. And then maybe it's the crew that you're looking for. If you're kind of non-social, kind of nerdy dude that prides himself on puzzles, Mensa is probably exactly what you need. I mean, look at it this way. If Mensa was worth a shit, you'd hear more about it. I mean, they should be the smartest, most badass group of people in the world, right? Hey, we put all the smart people together in a group. They have to kick ass, right? They don't. They suck. I've tried a couple different continents. I wish they didn't suck. Maybe I've tried to desuck them in person. It didn't go well. Turns out it's hard to educate even smart people. Ooh, Blake says, my wife is literally pregnant. It's better than figuratively pregnant, I guess. What is Gavin Anderson up to? Lately, I've seen him trolling small blockers. I mean, he was one of the guys that said, keep an eye on fork.lol. It's going to be funny to see what happens. Because, Big Blocks is his whole thing for years now. And look, once again, Big Blocks could work for a couple years. They could, but they could also not. And if they work, it's too risky. It's just too risky. Look, we don't have any adoption. We don't have really full blocks. So why would we risk the network with a solution that sucks compared to the other one that's already being rolled out? Take the better solution. Take the smarter solution that's built by the smarter guys. I mean, anyway. So I like Gavin. I like the work that he did. I just think it's short-sighted to risk the network over a solution which maybe buys you a year or two. Maybe. I mean, we don't even need the year's bot right now. We don't have full blocks. What's my IQ? I don't know, 145, I guess. Okay, I probably know it. It's probably 145. You can actually study for those things, by the way, if you want to get higher IQ scores. But why would you do that? Why don't you just go build something that people will enjoy and pay you for? Wouldn't that be better? Paging down. Favorite novel? I don't have one. Sorry for the crap answer. There are more dumb people than smart people, so they will find you first. However, they will lose interest first. I agree with that. Corey's stupid iPhone. Germany is not fucked. Well, okay. Maybe. You guys should speak more English in Germany, by the way. Not enough English going around. Civil wars, computer viruses, delay in the stream. I don't know. Let's test it. I'm going to type hello, everyone. And I'm going to hit enter right when I say hello, everyone. You tell me what the delay is. I'm curious. Venus Project. Again, is astral projection actually real? No. You're not special enough to actually have much effect on the real world without your hands and your feet. Your mind alone, not doing it. Maybe your voice. Or you're really good at winking or smiling. Ketogenic? Yeah, maybe. Look, Dr. Atkins died, right? And he was keto, right? He had a heart attack. I mean, It's a way of being. It can be done okay. You do have to watch out for acidosis and some other problems. Look, if you don't eat that much and you work out, you're going to be fit and you're going to be skinny. That's it. It doesn't need to be keto. It doesn't need to be alternate day fasting. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. It's really just lower your calories and move around more. That's all. I guess I'll take this opportunity to give a trivia question to the chat. Okay, chat, here's your trivia question. You eat 450 calories a day extra. That's 3 cans of soda. How much fatter do you get? It's an asymptote. You'll level off at some point once you get fatter, okay? I'm going to give you 15 seconds to type your answers out. 3 extra cans of soda a day. How much fatter do you get? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm not going to say the rest in case any of you guys want to copy my voice for numbers, you sneaky bastards. So we'll just assume that's 0. What are your answers? I guess I got to wait 20 extra seconds for you to hear my question. Here we are waiting. No fatter is one answer. Over 9,000 is the memester with the Shrek icon. Looks like Shrek. It's probably not. It's yellow. 10 pounds per year, pound a day, 1 gram. Wow, your guys' range was crazy. The answer, it turns out, is about 25 pounds. So people don't realize it. If you have 3 cans of soda a day or like 1 Big Mac a day extra, you will be 25 pounds heavier. Now, Vlad here says that every metabolism is different. He's kind of wrong. You can go in Wolfram Alpha. You can type basal metabolic rate. You can put in your age. You can put in your weight. And you can put in your calories. And guess what? No matter who you are, you eat 450 extra calories, you gaining a lot of weight. And 25 pounds is a pretty good estimate for dudes. If you guys want to actually go do the math and tell me how much less or more it is for girls, go ahead. But whatever it is, it basically means if you have 450 extra calories a day, you're going to be really fat no matter who or what you are. I don't think most people realize that it's so easy to get fat. I don't think most people realize it's just 3 sodas a day to massive weight. And it might have been 45 pounds, not 25. So I might have screwed up that math, just so you know. I don't feel like looking it up in the book. All right, scrolling back up here. What do I think about Steam? I don't care. I mean, if you want to give away tokens to people for saying, like if you want to give away money to people because you like what they wrote, great, that's awesome. But where's the money coming from? I mean, I don't know. It seems a little weird. I support the activity. I support the idea. Maybe one day it'll be more successful than it is now. Great. Cool. I mean, I wish, look, if people paid for good ideas, I'd be making cash right now, right? I'm dropping good ideas left and right, but whatever. Another IQ question? 145. Who cares? Lieberland. Yeah, it didn't work. It doesn't have a port, so it's landlocked, and they stopped the dude that runs it from getting back there. So he has to kind of run it from somewhere else, which you can't really do. Reading. Going to gym. Do it. Good stuff, Ben. What would it take for me to give up on the crypto space? Success in the longevity space, but why would you give up on it? I mean, it's good. Crypto's good. You have a good one too, Mr. James Bond. To what degree can longevity be a burden? I don't know. Who cares? It's a good burden. You're probably using the Tithonus era, like I get old and everything sucks. Google Tithonus era and you'll find all the answers. If we can solve death, we can solve suck. Suck's even easier, right? So you'll be fit while you live. We can't keep frail people alive. The only people we can keep alive are fit people. Yes, I took an IQ test. They don't let you in Mensa without doing it, but they also don't. I'm not going into it. Go do smart things. No one cares what your IQ is. Most people with high IQs are losers. Who cares? Do you think you'll be able to benefit from the longevity and genetic therapies you're talking about? Yes, I do. I'm glad people are building them while I've wasted a decade of my life playing games. Yes, if you're strong, you can fight sarcopenia. That is correct. And there's a lady that tried to delete her myostatin gene to become stronger for just that reason. Maybe it works. Maybe she has a heart attack. We'll see. BioViva, I think, is the name of her company. I can't remember her name. I don't read as much as I should. I read too much digital content, and I just have to stop absorbing content and just produce, because I know enough to really help people now, and to delay helping them in the hopes that I could learn something extra, it's a bad deal for them, and it's, a bad deal for me, I guess. Cancer cells can become immortal. Yeah. Yep. The Hela line is cool. HELA, if you want to Google it. Some lady's cancer is one of the things that's in all the labs that people test on, because the cells just don't die. They keep on going. Robots can only take meaningless jobs. Not really. You're underestimating what machine learning can do. If machine learning can kick your ass at StarCraft, it might be able to write better jokes than you soon too. So that's coming quickly. Why is man-made global warming such an easy sell? Well, because men are able to change so many things, why not that? We do have an effect. We just don't know how big it is, and we don't know how much it costs to fix, except we know that it's very expensive. So I'm kind of pro delay solving it as long as reasonable, to hope that the technology fixes it for us rather than preemptively cripple ourselves. I mean, it could be just as likely that we were in for a cooling cycle and the heat was necessary. Maybe not just as likely, but I got a buddy that is a climate scientist, and I lost every argument that I tried to have supporting global warming, to the point where now human-caused global warming, I now have to respect the idea that it's a very complex system, and like all very complex systems, it's nearly impossible to predict the future. So, or you shouldn't be willing to sacrifice global welfare and technological progress for something that you don't really know that well. I mean, it's one of those things where it's really easy to have arguments because it can't be known. You just have to look at statistics, and unless you're really very well versed in statistics, you're not even capable to reason about it properly. Studying artificial intelligence, good stuff. Almost as good as longevity. Longevity is better. You're going to say, but we can solve longevity with AI. Yeah, well, we were supposed to have robots a long time ago too. But AI isn't robots. Yeah, I know. I know all this stuff. Save my life, and I'll join you on your quest for AI. Charity masternodes. I don't know. Love my show. Thanks, Ben. Free smarts. Thanks, Brian. Supply chain blockchain tech. Stupid. Retarded. Oracles. Okay. You could do the same thing with signatures in a signatures in an SQL database. Like, you do not need a blockchain to do supply chain, because you have an Oracle. And so if you trust the Oracle, just let it use a normal database. As soon as you have to trust something else, just use the something else. So digital ledger technology is retarded. When is the Roger Ver thing going down? I don't know. I haven't stopped trolling him on Twitter because he's earned it. And he might just flake out. And if he does flake out, I'm going to have the debate without him. I'm going to dress up like him, present his side. I'm going to dress up like me and present my side. Roger isn't actually required to have a Roger Ver debate, because he only says the same things over and over again. And I know those things, so I can kind of have the debate without him. Do I play chess? Yeah, but I suck. I'm like 1750 rated or something. It's pretty garbage. What's a good way to support a core dev? I'm not sure about the giving the money thing. Maybe. making a new core dev through money, that could work. Becoming a core dev yourself, that could work. But just picking a random core dev and throwing money at them, I don't think that's really going to help. I think those guys make all the money they want, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, why don't you email them all and ask them if they want your money? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Thoughts about using blockchain to release silver from paper price suppression? Fuck silver. Why do I care? Silver sucks. It tarnishes. It's garbage. Like, gold's better than silver. I don't know why libertarians love silver so much. Hey, it's a metal that's not pretty and, doesn't hold its shape that well. And we want it to be worth a lot of money because we don't like the government. It doesn't make any sense. Screw silver. Gold's better than silver, and gold sucks. So how many hours until Roger interview? I don't know. He said before the end of the week, but he might flake. So, I mean, let's look at my email here. I don't see any emails from him. So, yeah, he might just flake. We'll see. Who is slowing the interview prep? I'm prepped, dude. I'm ready. I don't need any prep. I know what's up. Delay is fine. 2-sec delay, 4:10. Geez, that was a long time ago. The late majority. No, we don't need to make more coins. We have Lightning. Who is longing the Roger Ver interview? Well, I'm longing it. I think here's what's probably going to happen, right? Everyone that likes my side is probably going to say I won. Everyone that likes his side is probably going to say he won, which I'm okay with. The people that are in the middle that weren't on a side, they'll probably flip my way, but we'll see. Richard the Lionheart. That sounds like a cool name. Best way to lose weight, eat less. Yep. How about eat when you're hungry, drink when you're thirsty? Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. Then these are you guys telling me the answers to the questions, which I think was 45 pounds, not 25, like I said earlier. Is there a market we can bet on this? I don't know. I don't think so, because once again, the Oracle, right? Like, who are you going to trust to decide the outcome of? And it's not even a debate. It's just a conversation. I mean, we're just going to talk about things that are interesting is my plan. I mean, I'm rich. He's 100 million times richer. Doesn't really matter like what the outcome of the debate is, I guess. 5 dried grams of mushrooms and sit alone in the darkness. It'll change my life. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it makes it better, right? Go listen to Sam Harris's take on mushrooms, all right? He was a cryptonaut, a psychonaut, and did the journey inward and did fasts of silence for a month. And, sometimes you have a bad trip. It's not worth it. So no bad trips for me. Thanks. My worldview is pretty good. Just need better habits, which I'm working on. Athene wins. Yes, he's garbage. I know Athene. He's a piece of shit. He's a French, poorly dressed, poorly groomed, French piece of shit. That's how I feel about Athene. His religion sucks balls. It's a bad copy of Tony Robbins. It's bad. If you want what Athene has to offer, just go do a Tony Robbins event. A million times better. Tony is rich, powerful, well-groomed, had his name as his brand name for many, many, many years, has a hot girl, has an island. I could go down the list. If you want to learn personal development, why don't you go learn it from the guy that is the most personally developed? Why would you lose it from an internet nerd troll? Like, fuck Athene. And Athene, if you're listening, feel free to come on my YouTube channel and be told to fuck yourself in person. That's how I feel about you. On down the list here. Do I think there's an almost 100% chance we're living in a simulation? I don't care. I don't care if we're in a simulation of a simulation of a simulation of a simulation. Why would I care? If I do things, things happen. If I don't do things, other things happen. As long as causality works, I don't really care what the underlying infrastructure is. It's irrelevant. Like, the only time that would be relevant is if you could like escape your sandbox and, be Neo and like edit the reality. And I'm not even sure that would be so healthy for you. Your psychology may not like that. So I'm okay operating in this frame of scale and size and causality. It works for me. AI, ML is limited. Yeah, kind of now. Lucky us. Which is a bigger threat to Bitcoin? Hard forks or governments? Short term, hard forks. Long term, governments. They're both issues. Looking forward to the debate. Me too. I mean, look, best case scenario is I'm able to teach Roger stuff that benefits him and his holdings and everyone else. That's the best outcome as far as I'm concerned. Convincing him on a personal level is probably worth more than whatever notoriety bullshit comes from having a live debate. So probably would have been smarter for me to just speak to him in person, but whatever. Here we are now. And there's a chance he wouldn't listen anyway. So I guess the public debate buys down the cost of that. Like you get some reward out of it. I'll get 100 followers. Woohoo! Imagine if I had boobs, I'd get 1,000 followers. Better looking boobs. Yeah, debate without Roger, that would be funny. Stop speaking interesting stuff. Sorry, man. My bad. Missed the top hat. Yeah. Sam Harris is great. He's pretty good. He's wrong about free will, but he's right about almost everything else. How do you buy your freedom if you're stuck in a 95? I have a video called Buy Your Freedom. Like, are you trolling me? You buy a product on Alibaba and you put out an advertisement for cost plus 40% to cost plus 100%, depending on what you can get away with. You wait till your phone rings. And then when you're off work, you go and you deliver them the product and they give you the money. And now you made money. And then you just keep doing that. You keep buying stuff and you keep putting out ads. That's it. You're free. You can do it in your time after work. You don't need to quit your 9 to 5. Matter of fact, you need your 9 to 5 to buy the inventory. And you don't even really need inventory. Like you can say you sold the last one and then go get inventory once you know the ads work. On down the list. Yeah, Roger might flake, but whatever. I mean, it would be, if he does flake, which I hope he doesn't, but if he does, I mean, it's like, hey, look, it's a point. It's a 1 point. Like the guy agreed to debate and then flaked. So, I mean, you can't agree to a debate and then flake. You lose some points on that. So, and why would he? I mean, he's a fit, rich, early adopter. Really, how bad could losing the debate be? I don't think it could be that bad. I mean, I think his talking points aren't bad. Maybe I'll be convinced to give you my best Roger Ver impersonation before the stream's over. Quickest way to lose weight is DMP. Don't know what that means. Ayahuasca is a hallucinogen. No, thank you. I'm out of here. Nice seeing you. Interweb's great. Computer simulation. Will we break trading volume all-time high? Who cares? It could be self-trading. It could be volumizing. It could be stop looking at the markets. You're not going to make any money. It's just going to convince you to trade and you're going to lose money. So stop. Best answer if we were living in a situation. Would I rather kill myself or commit suicide? Why aren't those the same thing? I have no idea. Oh, maybe he's like introducing a bad frame. He is named Momo Has Huge Cock. So probably middle tier trolling. Do you think Litecoin and other altcoins will team up with BTC on SegWit and Lightning? No. Litecoin already has SegWit and therefore probably will have Lightning. So why would they team up? No. I don't think that will happen. Scrolling down. What comes next after democracy? Nuclear winter. I'll read the rest of your question. How should we think about the new way to govern society? Well, I have a video about this. It's treat your politics like a sandwich video. Basically, voting should be done by people who are qualified. No one has the time to be qualified about everything. So every subset of voting on things should be done by experts. You can't be an electrician unless you pass the electrician license. You shouldn't be a legislator without passing the legislator license. And you shouldn't be allowed to vote on the legislators unless you've seen when they've worked out well and when they've worked out poorly in the past. So I'm all for the very risky isolating of most people from voting. because most people are so stupid they vote against their own interests. And so giving those people the right to choose their own leaders is harm to them and harm to everyone else. So I believe in voting tests. Call me crazy. Made a video about it. It's on my YouTube channel here. Have a debate like Clint Eastwood at CPAC with Obama and an empty chair. It's more fun to just do cuts and edits and have the other chair have me acting funny. That would be funnier, but thank you for the advice. Tips on how to not give a fuck. Earn it. You should. I guess my answer to you, reformatted your question, would be, if you want to not give a fuck about dum-dums, don't be one. Earn the right to not care, right? Scrolling down. I will sell you Bitcoins for a boob job. Send you Bitcoins. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Matt G's. I don't feel like opening my wallet. Is Dane Wingington right about geoengineering? No idea what you're talking about. Learn programming. Yeah, programming's all right. I like it. Tips, did that one. Invest in yourself. Yeah, sure. Look, programming's cool. It scales, right? Unless you're a bad programmer, and then do something else. Not doing LSD. Not doing it. Not doing ayahuasca. I'm not doing LSD. Not doing DMT. I'm glad all of you guys had fantastic experiences with it. Congratulations. I'm happy with how the dice rolled out for me, and I'm not willing to risk that for a different perspective. I'll just pretend very harshly that I had the perspective that you did. I'm one with everyone, and everything is beautiful, and I don't care. I don't want to feel differently. I'm good. I just want to get more done. Be happy with that for now. Where do you see the Bitcoin price in 10 years? 30 times higher? 100 times higher? When do we reach a 10% wealth in Bitcoin, 90% fiat and gold? Don't know. That's not really answerable because fiat just keeps moving, right? Like the fiat to gold ratio has remained standard for a couple hundred years, apparently. I need more documents for that one. DNP? No. Seymour Roger Ver impersonation? All right. 20 blocks of SegWit? Great. If you had no money but $1 million worth of Bitcoin, how many of the Bitcoins would you sell? None? Why would I ever sell Bitcoins? Do you like paying tax? Never sell. Hey, I like your videos on how to live life pretty much. Why'd I stop making those? Not rewarding. No virality, so small scale, so no impact. Need to do it all different if I want it to work. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would that be? I don't know, San Francisco. I mean, team up as an atomic swaps. Yeah, sure. It's going to be all kinds of atomic swaps. Yep, that's coming. Atomic swaps means swap coins in between chains without needing an exchange. There's going to be a lot of that. What car do you drive? I don't drive a car. Unless I want to. I don't like risk. So driving the way I like to drive is risky. It's better that I don't drive. Set a time and date for the debate. He hasn't shown any. He's not even really late yet. I mean, it's not the end of the week yet. There's no reason to say extra bad things about the guy. We've got enough already established bad things. We don't need extra ones. What else? Stream glitch. Trojan Horse Coin Suck t-shirt. I like it. Only 18 blocks to go. Is winter really coming? In the northern hemisphere, I guess. Did I see Jordan Peterson? I think I did. Jordan Peterson's right about everything except religion. He's wrong on that. Religions are not the emergent consensus as to the most effective state for human beings interacting with each other. He's incorrect. Some of the traits are good. Some of the traits are bad. Sam Harris is right in this respect. Jordan Peterson is wrong in this respect regarding religion. Everything else Jordan Peterson has said appears to be accurate. Driving the Autobahn sounds cool. Done it. I drove to Neuschwanstein. It was very nice. Oh my God, I think I got to the bottom. I think I did it. I ran you guys out of questions. What's up with that? Ha! Well, you know what? For giggles, I'll restart the stream at a lower bit rate. Maybe it helps. Stream resumed, it says. So I lowered the bit rate by a lot. Is that any better for you guys? Let's do a latency test. I am typing hero. Is that better for you guys? Smooth as butter. That's what I like to hear. Butter's delicious. Let's troll on Twitter. Let's get on Twitter. Hey, Twitter. Come ask me smart people questions. Let's post this link. Oh, look at that. They gave me a special link. Nice. I have a cool special link now. Well, that's cool. youtube.com/c/richardhart/live. Yeah, for any of you guys that are having like connection problems, fix it on your end, dude. Like, nothing on my end makes it so you have to ask YouTube servers for more bandwidth than your crappy connection can handle. Just drop the box down. And remember, this is a Google product, so if you don't like the stream quality... Now, I'll tell you something. I could have live streamed this on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, but Twitch doesn't do 4K. So, this does. But now, maybe I will live stream it on both because I'm not using 4K because of the lag. Any guess on when the next economic crash will happen? No idea. Will we be able to gene therapy ADHD? Yeah, maybe. Why not? You'll be able to gene therapy everything once we have a good enough map. But it's so far, I would much rather live longer than fix ADHD. I'm okay with people that are crazy and creative. Just go stick them on a crazy island and let them be wild. I don't think everyone needs to be drugged into submission. I don't think that's a healthy state for the world. Yeah, Mr. Robert Townsend says ADHD is an adaptation. Yeah, like maybe you're supposed to go wild and crazy when someone tries to lock you in a room and teach you a bunch of useless crap that you don't want to learn and shouldn't be learning. You know, maybe ADHD is the correct human response to that type of situation. There's a cool Twitter feature that lets you see how many clicks your thing got. I'm going to use it. Let's take a look here. Did we get any clickeronies? Let's look. Ooh, 3 clickeronies. See, look at this crap scale, dude. Such scale crap. It is the rubbish. All right. Back to my stream chat here. Where are you? Stream chat. So many buttons. Ah, I found you. Twitch picture is good. Yeah, I'll probably dual stream the next time I do this. I'll dual stream the Roger Ver one, I guess, on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I already had it set up. I just took a while to discover that 4K wasn't supported there. Best experience of my life. I like winning fights, getting girls, you name it. That type of success stuff is the spice of my life. Apparently, if I have kids one day, it's supposed to be that. I'll let you know if that happens. Yeah, delete Facebook. No one should ever be on Facebook. Delete it. Oh, but my old friends. Delete. If you care about your old friends, call them, you lazy bitch. Toby B, gotta go. Good seeing you. Which one is better, BCH or F? I don't know. What's better, being blind or getting cancer? Heh. I don't know. That's a hard one. Do you want huge attack surface area or no devs and no adoption and block intermittency? So you can have bad devs to no devs on one, or you can have huge attack surface area where even the best devs still get screwed on the other. They're both bad. How do you think people will deal with emergent tech such as 3D printing, guns, and weaponizing drones controlled by expert combat system? We already have all that stuff. We have 3D printed guns. We have weaponized drones. They're owned by the military. And I guess I'll change your question to what if they were cheaper? They'll have laws, just like tanks. We have tanks, right? But you're not allowed to buy them. So we'll have laws. It'll be fine. Hello from Denmark. What do I think of 9/11? I think that jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but it can make them insanely weak. So weak that they will collapse. So I believe what the United States Engineering Association decided, because those are the guys that are the experts in building buildings. And if they say the building failed because of XYZ, it did. They're not government shills. They're straight up engineers. Period. How am I supposed to focus and learn new things when I can't sit down and read a book for more than 2 minutes? You're screwed. The world is going to be hard for you. Maybe you should get into comedy or performance art or fitness, or I guess you could go the drug route if you really had to. Maybe ADHD drugs work for you, but that's up to you. Have I had much interaction with Mircea Popescu? I haven't, but I've read his Trilama blog and it seems pretty cool. He seems like a smart dude. I don't think he posts much anymore. Going down the list, it's lagging again. Get better internet, buddy. Do I think SegWit is a good thing for BTC used as store value? Yes, I do, because it increases the use cases, which increases the people opening channels, which increases the demand for the coin. So I support it. And it's the best, most useful thing that we have for, well, I mean, I don't want to conflate SegWit with Lightning, but they kind of were conflated. So I'm going to do it. I think the Lightning guys could have found a way to make it work without SegWit, but I don't think they did. So whatever. Somebody says Mircea Popescu. Man, someone needs to tell me how to pronounce that, dude. I'm just going to call him Mircea Popescu. I don't know. Whatever. He's Hungarian. Not sure. Maybe he's Polish. I'm going to go Hungarian, though. Did you hear the Radiolab podcast about Adobe and their audio editing ability to change a person's face on recorded videos? I heard the one about changing their voice. I didn't see the one about faces. Cool. Do I have a girlfriend? You have supposed singular. You shouldn't do that. In programming, the progress is fast since you can experiment quickly. Aren't there technologies we can support to increase the rate of iterations? Yeah, we can teach computers to program. or we can make it more important in school, or we can 10x the payments. There's a lot of options if that's your outcome that you want. I care about longevity more than I care about programming. But to some degree, DNA is just data. And so we really are just programs. So we are the compiled, executed protein code of the data of DNA. So to some degree, the life sciences are data science. Watch for your videos. Smart people making money pokering stocks. Yeah, it's stupid. I wish crypto didn't get so exciting recently, and then I'd still be doing the smarter thing of the longevity stuff. But I fell into the trap. Don't you think it's important that money is taken away from idiots by smart people? No. No, I don't. That's dumb. Let idiots have money. They are often nice people. Why do many miners hate core? I don't think that you've heard from enough miners to know what they think about anything, because I don't think you speak Chinese. So I'm not going to bite at your presupposition that miners do hate core. I think that you're talking out of your ass. Document it for me otherwise. Tried to dump my BCH. I'm only at 12 of 20 confirms. Well, yeah, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, bro. Don't you wish it was a real token with a real dev team and real organic growth? It is not. Explain building 7. Bad stuff fell on it until it's poorly constructed and is collapsed. But it sure is weird. It's weird. Hey, the thing that didn't get hit, it fell over. Ah, crap. They should have built that better. Good luck with the debate. Yeah. Oh, the iterations of biotech. Yeah, we need to put more money at it. Look, if I were working on biotech instead of talking to you guys about crypto, we'd all be living longer, right? So like I'm screwing up and lots of other people are screwing up way worse, because at least this is world changing. At least this does have earth world changing scale. At least we got that going for us. F1 racing and cosmetics and horse racing and sports, get the fuck out of here. You're not saving anybody. I mean, it's like pretending that there's no Grim Reaper coming. He's coming. He's coming, and he's going to kill you harder and faster the more football you watch. That's how it is. Scrolling down. What? Do I believe that geoengineering is going on? And should we humans mess with the weather to control our global environment? I think you're talking about, okay, look, weather is the most complex, like, physical system that we're aware of. I mean, maybe containing plasma fusion for, like, harnessing the power of the sun. Maybe that's harder. But, like, the weather's really hard, you know? Everything's connected to everything else. So it would be pretty hard. I mean, they do cloud seeding, so that does exist. And is that harmful? Probably not that bad. I mean, that cloud was going somewhere and you kind of caught it. I don't know. I wouldn't be worried about geoengineering currently. I would be much worried about longevity, education, nuclear proliferation, general conflicts due to climate change, human caused or not, such as droughts in Syria, causing migration, starvation. What about biohacking? What about creating the next bubonic plague in your house? What about AI? We got a lot of problems. Geoengineering is not anywhere near the top of that list. Why I can't like the stream twice. Nice. Mike Zeller, thank you for that heads up. Appreciate it. Go for a month in nature, forget about the short span. Yeah. Good work. Sounds good. OmiseGo versus Ripple. Well, OmiseGo seems to be like a retail adoption ETH shitcoin. And Ripple seems to be like a no retail adoption bank shitcoin. So choose your flavor of shitcoin, I guess. Both of them have worse devs, less security, less adoption, have been around a less long period of time than lay old Bitcoin. So maybe Bitcoin should be enough gains for you to stick with that until I have a token. And then obviously my token will be the best. We'll see how it goes. Betamax versus VHS. How do we make sure Bitcoin is in Betamax? Betamax had more problems than people think, right? Betamax didn't have a 2-hour time limit, and people use these things to record stuff. And having a 2-hour time limit instead of I think an hour, oh God, how long was it? An hour 20? I think it might have been an hour 20 for the Betamax. Whatever it wasn't long enough. Betamax had more problems than just expense or distribution. So review it. I think you'll discover Betamax actually sucked, and it's a good thing that it lost. I think Andreas Antonopoulos is cool. I think most of the stuff he says is smart and on point, and I like his funny haircut and his little logo. And I think he's a good speaker. The only thing you could say that some people would say he didn't have on point was he didn't harshly enough warn of the attack surface area that comes from Ethereum, and played in that space, a little recklessly, a little bit. But I think it was within reason. So, I'm pro Andreas Antonopoulos. Pro Andreas Antonopoulos. If you had to choose an entrance song for the upcoming Ver battle, what would it be? Whatever Rocky came out to will be fine. Will trading move more and more to trading bots? I hope so, because humans suck at it and shouldn't do it. But to some degree, a human programmed the bot. So, Richard Hart, why did this thing jump? It jumped. You're screwed. The world's going to be hard for you. New favorite quote. Yeah, man. Sorry, bro. It's all about the deep work now, and usually the deep work requires lots of staring and stillness. Well, I mean, apparently walking through nature works great too, so they're both good. Am I going to join the WCN live show? I don't know. Is that going on now? Is there a live show? I don't want to be fucking over the WCN, guys. Tell me immediately if there's a live show. I'm worried. Oh, shit. There is a live show. Oh, it's just scheduled. Okay, we're good. No big deal. I'm not screwing over to crypto boys. All traffic belongs to them. I'm just here for a hobby. Those guys do that full time. Scrolling down, what do I think about Jeff and Anarchapulco? I don't know. Do you really want to meet these people in person? Does it matter? I'm on live chat right now. You want to meet me? Here I am. Do you need to smell me to get the whole experience? I couldn't care less about conferences and such. I see very little good things come out of them. So I'm not going to say I'm anti-conference, but I'm pro understanding conferences are a waste of time, having done quite a few. Scrolling down. Andreas, iteration in Biotech, join WCN. I don't know, I might join up. If they got space, probably. Which country has the best hookers? Well, I mean, probably depend on what you're into, right? If you like Thai people, maybe Thailand. If you like Eastern European girls, maybe Ukraine. I don't know. That's really personal, up to you. Will Monero go up with the BitThumb launch, or is it already priced in? These markets seem to be pretty efficient these days, dude. I think stuff's priced in a lot more than it's ever been. Stop looking at the market. Stop trying to make money taking it from someone else. Go build something. Then get money. Trading sucks. Don't do it. Hey, look, I'm not watching the market. I'm talking to you guys. This content will last for as long as I decide to leave it on the channel. Could be 100 years, right? Looking at that graph, not making your life any better, making it worse. BCH blocks are taking 4 hours. May it die a fiery death. Why is Lightning not centralized? Read the white paper. Not my job. If it becomes centralized, we'll deal with it. Not today's problem. By the way, full blocks aren't really today's problem either. Quick blocks is today's problem. If you need stuff fast with security, Bitcoin can't actually do that currently. But money is man hours, and an idiot who won 100 billion would waste those man hours on dumb shit, but an intelligent person would make the world a better place like Bill Gates. Yeah, but is he though? Okay. Bill Gates is making a lot of people's lives better. A lot. He's a great, great man. But he particularly said he's against longevity. And he particularly said, you know, you've got it so good. Should you really ask for more? Fuck that. That means to some degree, Bill Gates said, hey, Rich, you should die. I'm not down with that. So Bill Gates, I love you. I love what you're doing. But you did tell me to die earlier than necessary. So we're not really on the same team. Am I familiar with Aubrey? Yes. Would I be interested in appearing in the All Seriousness podcast on the Zeitgeist Movement channel with Peter Joseph? From what I remember, the Zeitgeist is a bunch of truthers. Probably not. If you guys have a huge audience, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'll copy paste it. Cool. Ketogenic. Yeah, great. Go for it. Just don't get ketosis. Traded my BTC for LTC. Faster and cheaper. Has SegWit. Better community. Obviously. Forked without problems and is not threatened from the 51% attack. Even price being stable. Could work. Maybe. I mean, the problem with Litecoin is you guys have regulation and legislation coming up in governments that's going to let public companies buy options trading. The big money's coming, right? And when the big money comes, it's not coming to Litecoin. So I guess that play is how much you care about the big money. I don't think it's coming to Litecoin. And their proof of work isn't as good, I might add, because to attack the Bitcoin network with proof of work, you got to buy SHA-256 hash. And if you destroy the network, your equipment's not worth anything. To screw the Litecoin network up, well, you could kind of do it with GPUs, and you could resell those. So it should be cheaper to attack the network, including the fact that it has less hash power to start with. So it's a little less secure, a lot less adoption, and no big money coming. Those are my only problems with that. Video recording. Jack Dalton says video recording is readily available, but unnoticeable video modifications are not. At some point, but that video is fake, will be a common phrase. I don't know why he's talking about that. Maybe it's like referencing the Adobe comment from an hour ago, it feels like. Ripple was around before BTC? Who gives a shit? And, like, the rocks were around before BTC. Ripple sucks. Satoshi says so in his emails to Hearn. Leaked emails. I don't really buy it. I don't buy it. I saw those emails. I don't buy it. I'm not like, I'm going to need more evidence, and why do I care? I don't care. Look, there's a fake Satoshi running around that also convinced Team Big Block. So these people apparently aren't very able to discern truth from not truth. It's concerning. Someone got a good site to follow the hash rates of BTC and BTH. You must be kidding me. Go to fork.lol. I could list you 10 other sites, but I'll just give you that one. Fork.lol. Go to town. I used to think the human brain was the most amazing thing in the entire universe until I realized what was telling me that. That's funny. I like that. How conceited of your brain. What do I think of IOTA and the zero fee micropayment? Centralized garbage. It's just federated. You can do that with MySQL and just approve 8 people write access, like, and do hashing. Like, no. What's your thought on LTC? I don't know. It's okay. They have less hash rate, more easily attack proof of work, but since no one's doing that anyway, I guess who cares? And I don't think the institutional money is going to touch them because they have less press and no one's like setting out to do it, but they are setting out to trade Bitcoin, the one Bitcoin that all the other cryptos are priced in, that one. So I like that one. Scrolling down. Engineer for truth. Well, whatever. Good night. Thank you, Squiffy Mac. Good night. Scrolling. Have I ever get tempted by shitcoins? Yeah. I like the whole idea of getting rich off of no work. However, getting poor off of no work sucks. We need a map of things that need to happen to make biohacking easy. Yep. Cheap equipment, software simulations. Yep. You can actually already do CRISPR at your house for like $120, $150, something like that. This guy sells the kits. So if you want to screw around and do genetic modifications at home using CRISPR Cas9, you can do that now. So biohacking is here. Good comment, Mr. Michael Hantel. Is that Hantel? Good luck trying to explain that over text. How will governments adjust their tax laws to deal with Bitcoin? I don't see any reason they need to change. Like, I don't think they have to change anything. Who wants to rim job my teen ass in fake taxi? Send pics. An Archipolo would be a blast for me. Probably not. If you talk crypto all day and all night, I'm not sure crypto vacation's the best vacation. Do you think other mining companies can rise against Bitmain? Yep. Scarcity on miners is annoying? Yep. Hi from Spain. Do you think that in mid-long time it would be possible a truly decentralized mining with Bitcoin and a % of Bitcoin user mining so the user protect their own network? Yes, I do. That was 21 & Co.'s idea before they pivoted into stupid paid Last.fm/Cora. Nice SM7B. Thank you, sir. I hope you enjoy my presence boost for you technically minded audio nerds. Helps cancel out the windscreen here. For me, WCN live stream starts 4 a.m. Can't stay up so long. Just pretend it's this with more people. You're not missing that much. Mr. Richard, I really enjoy your motivational advice videos, I must say. Well, thank you, Mr. M. I hope that I make your life better. I do get emails from people that truly say the great improvements they've had in their life based on stuff that I've told them. And that is pretty cool. So if it helps you, gives my life meaning. Bulgaria has the best hookers. The perfect balance of pretty and cheap. I'll keep that in mind. Now someone else said they'll keep that in mind too. I like your stuff, Richard. Where were you all this time? Chilling. Hindeni says Jimmy Song is bad. I don't think Jimmy Song is bad. I like Jimmy Song. Sounds like a bad actor. He's a software developer, bro. You're lucky he speaks English. Like, these people, like, being good at software oftentimes means you're not good at people. What do I think of his skills and comments? He's a developer in the space, in the crypto space. You're lucky he speaks to your ass at all. Onward. I know you don't sell, but do you ever buy things with a point? Like what? You can't use them anywhere. Are you kidding? Where are you going to spend your Bitcoin? Nobody accepts that shit. Like, when you can actually use it, places, it's going to be worth a lot more money. So enjoy the fact that it's worth a lot now and you can't use them anywhere. I can see an empty pixel. What the F? He's using the 8K, I guess. I hope I understood that right. 5 monitors. What do you like, bezels? You like looking at the meeting between monitors? One giant 4K monitor. Bezels are for idiots. Multiple monitors are for idiots. By the way, you should really just use Alt-Tab and look straight ahead. I don't use most of my monitor. I use the middle so I don't have to move my eyes. Why don't I just let the screen move instead of my eyes? That's the same thing some speed reading programs do. They scroll the text past your eye so your eye doesn't have to move. Apparently, it's 15 to 20% faster. Test it out yourself. I can't remember the name of the software. AI and blockchain. Buzzword and buzzword, I don't care. Why would you want your AI to run slow? Blockchain means slow. AIs don't like slow. Seems like a terrible idea. How could Core protect itself from wipeout? Technically, they can't if the attacker keeps adapting to whatever changes they make. I don't feel like throwing that much thought at it. I might be able to come up with some like timing protections, but not making me rich, so screw that. LTC is only ASIC mined. Yeah, I know, but if your bot steals enough, like I'm not sure what the ratios are. I would have to see what the electrical and cost advantage ASICs have over GPUs on the LTC coin network currently. If the ratios are low enough, then you could afford botnets to do it because you're paying so little for the bot network. Using that term pay in an odd way. This person says, yeah, I've accepted my life is trash and I will be in my mother's basement my whole life. I think this is the same guy that says he can't concentrate for 2 minutes. But hey, you made it to the end of that sentence, and that's better than what a lot of crap I've read on the internet is, so don't be too hard on yourself. Big money to ETH. Not really. If you want hacked and you want to not trust that your money will be there and you want to not trust that your network will be up, sure, go with that network. But if you like uptime and you like not having multi-sig fail and like all the other million problems they've had from bad design choices that come from having multiple consensus implementations on different languages with different teams, those errors cannot be fixed. Cannot be fixed. It will always be down more often. If you're curious why Bitcoin will always be better than Ethereum from a uptime and security perspective, and actually from an inflationary perspective, I wrote an article about it on Medium. Go read it. Medium.com. Richard Hart. Have fun. Wasn't Litecoin a testbed for SegWit? Litecoin is its own thing. I mean, it's not really fair to them to call them a testbed. They rolled it out first. I wouldn't be unfair to them by calling it a testbed. It's like demeaning, right? It'd be like your first girlfriend is a testbed for your wife. Like, it's insulting. Scrolling on down here. You can make a killing in your mom's basement, somebody says. Yeah, why not? What do I think about Lightning? I think it's great. And I'll continue to think it's great until some evidence pops up that says it's not. But it's unlikely. This stuff's been getting worked on for a long time. A long time in crypto time, a couple of years. It's a long time. World Crypto live in 81. My voice will be well tired by then, so cool. Is there any way EDA can be implemented in Bitcoin the same way as implemented in Bitcoin Cash? I got to tell you, I don't know what you're talking about. What is this EDA that you're referring to in Bitcoin Cash? Not ringing a bell. CRISPR at home? Google it. Yeah, you can work on synthetic biology at home. No problem. What are your thoughts on the Bible? Well, yeah. You can guess what my thoughts are on the Bible. I think you could make a more interesting story written in a language that is commonly spoken, with a table of contents, with the frequently asked questions, with updates on magical paper. not man-made paper. Those things will all be possible. And the fact that they're not done means that the story is shady. Which InfoSec people would you follow? None. Why would you follow InfoSec people? They make jokes. They talk about informational security. When you really need to know about a patch, it'll show up on Hacker News. You shouldn't follow InfoSec people. It's a time sink. They're funny. I've mostly unsubscribed from them. He thinks ETH has too big of an attack surface. Yes, I do. Have you noticed it's hacked all the time and otherwise breaks? Just like we have a bounty for mining Bitcoin, should we have a bounty for making progress in biohacking tech? Yep. If I can figure that out, I'll launch it. If I can figure out what Mr. Michael Hantel just said, a bounty for hacking biotech, I will launch that. I would dedicate my life to saving my life. That sounds like a really smart thing to do. You said once blockchain is almost useless for anything other than currency. Yep. Can you elaborate on supply chain use for transparency? Just have bonds. Everyone supplies a bond. If you get caught lying, you go to court, you lose your bond. They've been doing that shit for hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years. So you don't need a blockchain for transparency. You can just use bonding and insurance and licenses. So licenses, insurance, and bonding with just, hey guys, as part of your contract, you have to tell the truth and take a picture of the stuff you just shipped us. Should work, you know? And a blockchain is not going to help you do any of that because I could have sent you a picture from like, what are you going to hash the picture I sent you of the last shipment that I told you was really the shipment? Like, it doesn't work. 21 Co was disappointing. Yep. Epic fail, and predictably epic fail. I mean, it was obvious that wasn't going to work. Again, I have Mr. Hugecock asking if I'd rather kill myself or commit suicide. Still don't know what that means. They're the same thing. I think he likes to hear his name. Can't blame you, man. It is funny. Thank you for all the time you take making your videos and joining the guys in Crypto Network. You're welcome, and I hope to transition out of this profitless charitable stuff into things which make the world a better place and make me and my family wealthy. I guess I don't know why I care. Like, I'm already rich, but I guess more is better. I got lives to save, dude. Mine's one of them, and I'm not getting anything done. Like, Peter Thiel just dropped like 22 million, and I don't even think he dropped it personally. Like, he's not even doing a good job, and he's a billionaire. Nobody's doing a good job with this stuff, dude. I'm like dying here, and my book's not getting done. Man, things got to change. And unless this stuff goes viral, YouTube videos, it doesn't have the scale to save my life or yours. But thank you for the compliment. A little of my background. Went to smart people school, started businesses, did lots of business, retired. I like marketing stuff. Positive way of talking with people. Thanks, bro. Hope I can help. Yeah, one monitor. Why would you want to stare at bezels? And there's all types of other problems as well with lag being different between monitors. Like, I could go on down the list of why multi-monitors suck. You want to pay for 3 times the wall mounts? Like, I could go on down the list. Screw multiple monitors. Stupid. Atomic cross-chain swaps. You know what? Longer chains don't matter, right? The longer chain that plays by the rules matters, okay? So I just had to post this to a guy that's right about privacy but wrong about everything else, Mr. Rick Falkvigne. Started the Pirate Party. He says the longer chain matters because look at the Satoshi white paper. He's wrong. I responded, what's a longer steel chain? A 1 kilometer long steel chain or a 1.1 kilometer long aluminum chain? The longer thing doesn't play by the rules. It loses. The answer, the longer of the 2 chains, is the only chain, which is steel, which is 1 kilometer in that example, right? So it's a good analogy showing you that the only longer chain is the longer chain that looks like the chain that preceded it, that's playing by the rules, okay? Having a longer altcoin chain doesn't matter. On down the list. I don't know why that guy's so wrong about so many things, but so right about the privacy stuff. I have no idea. Maybe I can convince him. Or maybe he doesn't matter. I don't know. I like convincing people of smart stuff, I guess, if it's an option. Live stream lagging occasionally. Probably not my end, dude. Probably the interweb sucking. Big money in Bitcoin. Yeah. Nah, Bitcoin's going to be fine, dude. You don't got to worry about it being broken. I mean, basically, we got free money and free press for losing a little hash rate one day. It was actually a good trade in the end, but I still don't like to see people rewarded for bad decisions. Tuna. I like the idea of BTC to LTC pegs. Doesn't make any sense. You can't peg two things unless you own all of the two things. Not for any prolonged period of time. Top-notch content. Pleasure, bro. Get some rest. Emergency difficulty adjustment. Lol. Well, we didn't need the EDA when we lost half the miners, so I guess we'll be just fine. If ever one day we do need it, we'll fork it in there. Easy kill. Better than having this oscillation they're having. We get the privilege of having a couple less problems being the largest network. That is one of them, is that it's much harder to attack this one. Small computers for nodes, it's okay. Great, whatever. We don't need more computers, particularly small ones. The world's got enough computers. In a future with AI doing more, won't blockchain help software from being tampered with? As an example, a plane won't take off unless it knows its software matches other planes. They already do that. There's tons of redundancy in airplane software, crap loads. So yeah, that's already the case. Pretty sure. Your thoughts on ICO trend? A lot of people are going to lose a lot of money, because most of these things are scams, and they're giving a lot of money to idiots that have never achieved anything before, and achieving things is hard. So if you pick the right guy, it still might not work. If you pick the wrong guy and give him too much money, they're all going to lose a lot of money. So I think 99.9% of ICOs are Ponzi schemes that'll take a while to collapse. Yeah, more Richard clones is the objective. That's the idea of the book. Go become rich, become successful, find love, and then save your own life. And when you do it, you'll be saving mine too, because we got similar biology. So, General Byzantine, you are correct. We need Richard clones that hopefully are more effective than I am. What is consciousness? Why do you care? Don't worry about it. Spend less time looking at you and more time looking outside of you, because that's where all the profit is, right? Too many people spend too much time thinking about themselves. You can't get a lot done looking in the rearview mirror. You can't get a lot done staring at your navel. So less of that crap, please. More of the outside crap. Scrolling. Voldemort but cooler. Oh, all right. See you later, Hitrix. Thanks for coming by. Have you scheduled the chart with Daniel? He said tomorrow at around the same time. I don't want to crush him that bad because he seems like a little aspy, like, not that socially adept. But the shit he says is so stupid that I feel like I'm not going to be able to control myself and being slightly mean. But I'll try and be nice. And he's working on a cool project. I like the Open Transactions project. I like the founder. And, he might be writing great software as we speak. Open Transactions is cool. Tax Gua says something nice about me, and I like that kind of stuff, so I'm going to read it. Your easygoing style based on an obvious depth of knowledge and skill in putting things into nutshells is greatly appreciated. Winky face. Thank you, sir, and thank you for that fabulous compliment. Makes losing my voice talking to a screen full of text much more worth it. Richard, you should listen to Peter Schiff vomit retardation about Bitcoin on Rogan. He always says the same stuff. Not interesting. And he's always wrong. Equally not interesting. Well, actually, him being wrong is more interesting. He was pumping gold. He doesn't really pump gold. He pumps his gold, which is a premium over spot, because that's how he makes his money. So he doesn't just tell you gold's good. He tells you gold's good and I'm an investment advisor. Come buy my gold at a premium over spot. Pretty please, pretty please. Fuck that guy. I have to become rich before I can find love? Not really, but it helps. Doesn't hurt. Depends on how you got rich, right? If you tattoo your face for money, it would restrict your mate options. And I'm not sure how rich you could get doing that. Oh, you could treat it like that website that gives you a pixel for like some amount of money. It was $1 million website. You could sell pixels on your face tattoo. Bitcoin dating app. Oh, it's going to be bro love fest. All dudes. I did it. I outran you guys. I got to the bottom of the chat. Legend. What is the most needed app for Bitcoin? Right now, the most needed app. I think that instant free transactions with Lightning is a pretty good app. And I actually think that the satellite is pretty cool because it removes all of those, people can't afford it in these places. Well, as long as you got a cell phone and this $100 new, probably $20 used satellite stuff and a computer, and you might be able to make that work through phone as well with a dongle. You should be able to make your phone be able to talk to your LMB from your satellite or whatever. So I think that the satellite was cool. It didn't cost much money to roll out. I think that consumer-facing stuff is super important. And you know what? I'm going to change my answer a little bit. The most important thing Bitcoin needs isn't a consumer app. The most important thing Bitcoin needs is ERC20 style, easy to list tokens for exchanges. That's the reason so many people are getting screwed over in Ethereum, is because they've got a good ICO token launch ecosystem and Bitcoin doesn't. And Bitcoin having a larger market cap, more retail adoption, stronger security, all that stuff, satellites, etc. As soon as we get a copy, a version of ERC20 up, ETH is super dead, because they have literally no successful distributed applications whatsoever in the years that they've existed. And it's unlikely they ever will, because why would you want to use the world's most expensive computer to do computation? Why would you ever want that? You would never want that. I mean, there's even homomorphic encryption and projects out there which allow you to do secure, trusted computing through other parties because they don't even know what they're processing because it's homomorphically encrypted. Google it. I'm not going to explain it. Well, I could explain it. Nah, I'm not going to explain it. Anyway, you can encrypt stuff, let other people do computation on it, and then they can give it back to you. And you can verify they didn't do anything stupid with it. So, if we get an ERC20 ecosystem in Bitcoin, Ethereum is screwed. Super screwed, because that's their only use case. All right. Girls Gone Bitcoin sub and Reddit. Yeah, but do you want 100 times less selection? Probably not. Secure satellite uplink. Cool. What's the opposite of time? There isn't one, right? There's no opposite of time. That's a stupid question. Get rich slow, it lasts longer. Maybe. I don't know. Some get rich stuff works. Any business I was in, I didn't need to be in it more than 2 years till it like maxed out. So 2 years ain't long. I mean, if you're in doing software and you're doing internet, I don't think you need more than 2 years to really kick some ass. Scrolling. Do you think that a crash would be good or bad for Bitcoin? Bad. Screw crashes. Nobody wants that. Crashes are always bad. I mean, are they always bad? Yeah, crashes are always bad. It's better to just have good valuation off the bat and slow ramp up because of the Keynesian ratcheting effect of human emotions. Boom and bust is more harmful to the human than progressiveness spread over time. Give us a list of the 3 best books. Read some Tony Robbins stuff and go directly into Biotech and skip the other 2 books. And then if you want, when my book's out, read it. You guys are super smart enough. I'll even give you the pre-copy and you can read it. But I haven't gotten great reviews on the pre-copies I've handed out. So unless you really convince me why, I'd probably not do it anymore until it had more work done on it. Spencer Hansen says, not true. If you become rich, you likely won't be able to see the value ones in the back of the room. Empty your pockets, pull them inside out, then find love that doesn't care. Yeah, that's not true. So, I've had a lot of money for a long time, and I always assumed that the gold diggers would come and like try and part me from my money, but it never happened. I don't know whether they're afraid I won't fall for it or what, but anyone I've ever interacted with, like, essentially has been into me for me and not the money. And to tell you the truth, if you bring up money or try and talk about it, that's a huge turnoff. So like that whole theory that having money just gets you gold diggers, I don't think it's true at all. Like I haven't run into that at all. Like I've had one person ask me for a boob job, like singular. And that was just a friend, no romance. Like, yeah, I think being wealthy works out romantically a lot better than people think it does. And I don't think that the gold diggery is as commonplace as people think it is. I think there's a limited subset of gold diggers, and that they don't even require you have much gold. They're happy to screw you out of whatever little you've got. Like you don't secure yourself from gold diggery by being poor. They'll just still be there screwing you over for whatever you have. So I don't think the variable for gold diggers is actually the money. Scroll down, Richard. Okay. Well, I'm at the bottom now. So Mr. M. Rocky, I'm at the bottom, buddy. I don't get it. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm at the bottom. What retail businesses do you think will thrive in the next few years? None. Things that can't be delivered. Service businesses, haircuts and hand jobs. I don't know. I mean, why would retail do well when you can get better selection, better price, better shopping hours, better product pictures, better product knowledge, better reviews? Why would you ever not want that? So I don't think any retail businesses that aren't service-based are going to do well over the next few years. Bit diggers. That's pretty funny. It's like a gold digger. Love your work, thoughts, musings, and chat, Richard. And yes, there are women in Bitcoin, and no, we're not all just into chicks. This person has a girl name. It says Kilana Lynn. Well, Kilana, great. Keep more the better. Agree 100%. Drove a Porsche for 4 years, and all the pussy I ever got was due to my brain connected to my tongue. Yep. Yeah. They do not care about your car at all. They don't care. Doug DeMuro on YouTube's got funny car reviews, and he had a Ferrari 360 for a while. Just made some funny videos with it. Being wealthy works out if you meet a peer, someone who could match you in some way. Well, I mean, for friends, sure. But for lovers, why would you want them to match you? It's better to have synergy. It's better that they do stuff that you can't, and you do stuff they can't. Like, synergy's cool, and opposites attract, they say. On down the list. Your opinion matters to me, Mr. General Byzantine. I respect your commentary. You really recommend Tony Robbins' self-help books. Why? Well, because he's the most successful success coach. And if you were to teach success and some other success coach was more successful than you, you'd have to be curious as to whether indeed you weren't as good at what you thought you were. Like martial arts. If you have something called the UFC and you can do any fighting style you want and everyone ends up doing Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you have to wonder, why aren't there any Kung Fu guys winning? Why aren't there any pure boxing guys winning? Because it's not as good, right? So the real world has already put some measurements on whether you're a badass or not. And if you can't beat someone up physically, which Tony can, and you can't get laid with hot chicks, which Tony can, you don't have an island and you don't have a plane and you haven't had your brand as your own name for 30 years, maybe you're not as good as the person that does, right? So Tony's not right on everything, but he's right on a lot. And, you know, I think the book that I'm producing will get you farther than what he teaches, but his books are done now and his seminars are done now and mine aren't. So next to myself, he's the best guy I can think of to help you get what you want out of life. That's why I think his stuff is good, as has anyone else that's ever read it, except for his new finance books, which suck. You know, his finance stuff sucks, but his emotional and relationship stuff doesn't suck. On down the list, haircuts and hand jobs, best place ever. Yeah, it sounds like a good place. This person is a girl, says Kalana. Every girl on the internet will let you know that they're a girl. Hi, Kalana. Your name sounds like colonic. Don't Google it. Genus Monedas. I'm opening up in Vegas tomorrow, lol. Oh, he's talking about the haircuts and hand jobs. Watch Tony, I am not your guru. Yeah, it's all right. I saw it. Excellence is not equality. Yeah, that's right. What are your thoughts on psychedelics? Don't do them. Suck, maybe psychedelics will rearrange things and you'll be better. But if you're pretty great, why risk it, right? Maybe you have that one bad trip that changes your life for the worst. Maybe you never sleep right again, right? Like Christopher Hitchens went and got waterboarded to prove it wasn't torture, found out it was torture, and then had lots of nightmares and couldn't sleep right anymore because he thought he was being suffocated. Fuck that noise. I don't need to roll the dice. I'm good now. If everyone else wants to roll the dice and maybe it works out better, okay, maybe it doesn't work out better. You know, if that stuff worked so very well, we would, you know what? Let's just chill, man. Let's just chill. Everything's fine, bro. You know, we don't gotta, don't stress so much, man. You don't gotta work so hard. No, you do have to work that hard. And then once you've worked hard enough, then you can chill. If something's working while you're sleeping, then you can chill. Other than crypto, I don't have anything working while I'm sleeping. So I got to keep working. All right. My eyes are going, I'll admit, but your camera might be refocusing now and again. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's probably grabbing my mic. I'll move my mic a little bit, whatever. Should I make a Richard Hart shirt? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Like, dude, if you want to make cool content and I happen to help your cool content, cool. Great stuff. Could you please explain if you believe we have too much hash available? Well, sure, we're wasting a lot of electricity. Yeah, probably. The network's oversecured and no one's doing any attacks. Unfortunate, but there's nothing you can do about it. If the price keeps going up, we're going to keep being oversecured. And you know what? If that's the price that we have to pay to change the global finance system, it's probably cheaper than all the Brinks trucks running around. All it takes is one bad trip, says Contraband 100. I believe it. My camera focuses in and out all the time. Yeah, I could change the focus points to like this area, but I didn't do it before stream. I'll think about it. Believe it or not, that weird focusing that's bothering you guys might be keeping you more engaged to the stream. It sucks, but because it sucks, you might still be tuned in. Sometimes the proper amount of suck makes things better. I didn't learn anything from psychedelics except what it might feel like to be poisoned to death. Good point. Hello, Richie Rich. I like your Satoshi logo.